I had a spice cake mix here, and it was like, what are you gonna do with that spice cake mix? I forgot what I bought it for. So I'm gonna make some of those cookies where that you just use a cake mix, 2 eggs, and half a cup of oil. And then we're gonna begin adding stuff to that. Now there's not really a recipe for anything except for just the plain cookie that you would get. And whenever you start trying to figure out how you're going to pair your flavors together, then it kind of becomes tricky. You don't want to actually overdo it and get rid of the spice flavor, but yet you want it to be sweet like a cookie. So we're gonna look at that and think what would go real good with cinnamon. Well, right off I think of something like apple or pumpkin would go good with it, and so would caramel. These mix up so quick and are so easy. You can have cookies in just a matter of minutes. Okay, I've got my dough up there. I have the Heath English toffee bits here, and I'm only going to use half a cup of those. I'm going to use half a cup of chopped pecans and half a cup of white chocolate. We're using the Gardelli in this, and I'm just going to pour that in. That's about a cup and a half of stuff that we're going to mix in with that. I thought about using butterscotch, but naturally I had no butterscotch in my cabinet, so we're using the white chocolate chip. Now the white chocolate chip is actually not chocolate. Chocolate, I think, added to the spice may overpower it, because chocolate is a pretty strong flavor. I have my oven set at 350, and I'm just gonna scoop this by tablespoonfuls onto my ungreased cookie sheet. Make that a pretty good little chunk. You want to mix it to where that you know that each cookie is going to have a few of the toffee bits, a few of the chips, and a few of the pecans in there. That way you're getting a nice sweet bite with each one. Now these are rather big, and what they will do is actually they will kind of melt down and spread some, so give them plenty of room on your cookie sheet. You're probably only going to get somewhere between 10 and 12 on your sheet, so don't try to crowd them in there too much. Well, I'm not too good at guessing. It looks like I got 11 cookies on this one. So I'm going to put this in my 350-degree oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. By 12 minutes it ought to be fairly good. Then I'm going to bring them out, leave them on the cookie sheet for 5 minutes before I take them off. And then I will take them off and put them on a screen wire so that they can cool. But they need to continue cooking 5 minutes on the pan after you get them out of the oven. Okay, it has been 12 minutes, and I'm going to bring those out. Now when you look at them, they're very light colored, and they look like they may not be done on the inside, but they are. That is one reason we're going to let them sit here for 5 minutes on this hot cookie sheet, and they'll continue to bake slowly just a little bit more. I'm going to put my other cookie pan in there, and we're going to finish up. Okay, I have finished both pans of cookies. They've set 5 minutes, and as you can see, they have set up and they're well done. I'm going to take those off, let them cool just a little bit on a wire rack. And we're going to give these a try and let everybody see how they like them. Now, according to how big you make the cookie, will depend on how many you got. I got a total of 20 cookies out of that box, but I made mine much larger than just a tablespoonful of cookie dough. So that depends on how you got it. You've got the sweet, you got the crunchy. I think these are really going to be good.